everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger, here with my new Empowered Moments video for the week of Monday, May 22nd through Sunday, May 28th, 2023. So for this week's Empowered Moments video, we're going to be using the Angel Tarot cards for the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Crystal Angels Oracle deck. So let's go ahead and settle in and do an empowered moment. So if you just sit up straight, but yet relax your body and clear your mind of all thoughts. Close your eyes if they're not already closed, and put your feet flat on the floor with your legs uncrossed. Let's take a couple of deep breaths, grounding into new energy this week. Last week was a busy week, a week where we had 3 planets shifting signs, creating new energy dynamics in our lives. And since this is such a fresh new energy, this is what we're going to focus on for our empowered moment. We had Jupiter, planet of expansion, abundance, prosperity, and blessings, moving into Earth sign Taurus, where it will be for the next year, expanding us into those practical pursuits of Taurus, expanding us into possible new financial ventures, prosperity and abundance as Taurus rules money and finances, expanding us into a new sense of self-value, valuing ourselves, a new sense of self-worth, as Taurus also rules value and self-worth. Let's breathe that in deeply into every cell of our bodies, breathing in that expansion of prosperity and abundance and practical pursuits, self-value and self-worth. We had Mars changing signs last week, and it's newly into fire sign Leo now. Mars rules energy, action, and forward movement. And Leo, a fire sign, is also passionate and full of energy and vitality, rules creative self-expression and leadership. So now we can put energy towards these Leo things for the next few weeks. Breathing in that creative self-expression, that fire, that passion, that vitality and physical energy to move forward at a faster pace, breathing that in deeply into every cell of your body. And the last planet last week that changed signs was the sun, ruler of how we shine our light, ruler of confidence and courage and self-identity, and it moved into Gemini. For the next month, we're in Gemini season, where we'll be shining our light through the lens of Gemini, learning, teaching, speaking, writing, all forms of communication, messages, information, gathering bits of pieces of that energy that we need to create new ideas or perceptions. Gemini rules curiosity and variety. So breathing all of those intentions deeply into your body, breathing in that variety, curiosity, and all forms of messages, information, and communication coming your way. Breathing that in. And as you feel ready and in your own time, You can open your eyes and return to this time and place and space. And let's get ready to look at our stones of choice for this week. Okay, so this week I chose stones that feel like spring. You know, we do have, I guess in honor of Jupiter, planet of expansion, moving into Earth sign Taurus is why I was drawn to these earthy green colored stones. So the first one we have is this beautiful dark jade. I know it doesn't even look green, but it is in fact a very dark, deep green color of jade. And it's this one's wrapped in silver wire. And it's Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, number of the light worker, and the number of leadership, confidence, and blessings. The qualities of Jupiter. Here's our Jupiter, planet of expansion, abundance, luck, and faith. The qualities of the earth element for focus and manifestation, and it has infused into it Archangel Michael's energy of protection and guidance. All right, and then stone number 2 is this ruby zoisite. So again, we've got this green zoisite stone with little splashes of that dark red of the ruby in it. So the ruby zoisite, it's wrapped in silver and Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 1 for courage and strength, as well as the number 6 for growth and fertility. The energies of Neptune, planet of increased spiritual awareness and psychic abilities. The energies of the sign of Leo, where Mars just went into, for joy, confidence, passion, and zest for life. The activation of the root chakra for stability and security, and activation of the heart chakra for self-love and self-esteem. It also has infused into it the energies of Archangel Raphael for emotional healing and Archangel Michael for courage and forward movement on one's path. All right, and then our last stone of choice. Yet another green stone, but this one is called Kumbaba Jasper. Kumbaba, and it's with a K, Kumbaba Jasper, wrapped in gold wire and Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 33, the number of earth energy, great mother Gaia earth energy to be specific. The qualities of the sign of Taurus. So here we have Taurus again, which brings calm and peace and connection with the nature realm, a connection to the heart chakra, which opens us up to love and a connection to the ancient life energies of our ancestors. The planet Jupiter again for bringing in abundance, prosperity, and expansion to one's business, and Archangel Michael's energy for protection, and Archangel Raphael's energy for peace and healing and tranquility. So again, our special intention pendants of choice are the dark green jade, the ruby zoisite, and the Kumbaba Jasper. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the astrology for the week. It's not as busy as it was last week, but remember those planets that we did in our meditation where Jupiter just went into Taurus, it's going to be with us for a year. Mars just moved into Leo last week, going to be with us for over a month, almost a couple of months. And then the sun, of course, moving into Gemini last week, going to be with us for a month. But this week, we start out with Monday the 22nd and Mars newly in Leo, but it's challenging Jupiter newly in Taurus. So what do we have here? We have Mars, planet of energy, action, forward movement, the warrior planet, and creative, self-expressive Leo, leadership-oriented Leo, passionate Leo. And Leo's a fixed sign, and those fixed signs are stubborn energy. It doesn't want to bend very well. It doesn't want to allow for anything different than what it has its kind of sights on. Now, Mars in Leo by itself has its sights on moving forward, right? Into heart chakra energy, passion energy, leadership energy, creative self-expressive energy. But that challenging aspect to Jupiter, it's a square aspect to Jupiter. and Jupiter rules expansion. So it could expand the challenge of this particular aspect, but Jupiter is newly in Taurus. Well, Taurus also is a fixed sign, meaning it's a fixed, stubborn energy sign, and it doesn't like to bend or change or vacillate either. And Taurus is about money and finances and values and our sense of self-worth, and just really kind of focusing in on these slow steps forward. It's about growth. Taurus is an earth sign, so it rules that Earth Mother Gaia growth energy. But when we're growing something, when we plant that seed and grow it, we have to tend to it. We have to nurture it. We have to be patient. Well, this square between Mars that wants to move forward fast and Jupiter in patient Taurus is creating a little bit of frustration or friction or challenge when it comes to that moving forward energy. So we're coming out of the gate from, again, Mars just moving into Leo, but it's kind of being either held up a little bit by Jupiter's influence. In fact, Jupiter can expand energies, and so I almost want to say that rather than holding us up, maybe we overextend. That would be a better way to say it. Jupiter's going to overextend and put its feelers out in a lot of different directions, or take on too much right out of the gate there with Mars and Leo. So we might feel a little overwhelmed, or we might, just kind of, again, take on too many things at once, or wearing too many hats as we're trying to move forward with that creative Leo or leadership energy of Leo energy. So what else can this be about? Jupiter can sometimes be about judgments. So we can expand into this judgment energy about a person, a place, a thing, a project, whatever it might be. And again, Mars is in that fixed energy of Leo as well. So it can be like a little bit of a sticking point where, we don't want to budge. We don't want to budge from our opinion. Or if we're in a communication or conversation or interaction with somebody else, neither one of us wants to budge from where we stand. So that can be part of it as well. Now, even though that's a challenging connection, Jupiter does rule abundance and prosperity, and Taurus is the money sign. So there could be an activation with Mars there that activates some sort of abundance or blessing, but it might be through some sort of challenging energy. The challenging energy could just be one of, again, overwhelm or anxiety, like we got too much going on, or we're trying to do too much and we feel overwhelmed, but yet there's an activation or initiation of something positive that's happening. So that could also be the case. On Wednesday the 24th, we have Venus, planet of love, relationships. Venus also rules money and finances because she rules Taurus as well as Libra in the natural zodiac. But she right now is in Cancer. So she's extra sensitive, she's extra empathic, she's being extra loving and nurturing, especially with home and family dynamics. She's paying extra special attention to home and family as well as other female or feminine relationships because Venus is that divine feminine planet. But she's going to be challenging Chiron, the wounded healer, on Wednesday. So that's going to be another square aspect between Venus and Chiron. Chiron is in Aries, been in Aries a long time, going to be in Aries a lot, for a long time yet. But it's bringing up these old wounds within ourselves. So this combination could bring up these self-identity wounds or wounds of independence or wounds of self-sufficiency or confidence or courage, all about you, Aries, the individual, bringing up these wounds. But those wounds might go back to some home and family patterns because Venus is in Cancer there, challenging Chiron. So go back to whether it's present day home and family challenges and wounds that are being brought up, or whether this is from the past. And again, thinking about your childhood, growing up, mother, father, parents, or upbringing or ancestry. And there could be some emotional wounds and sensitivities that come up to the surface a little bit around that time. And then on Sunday the 28th, we've got the Sun newly in Gemini, and it's challenging Saturn, which is fairly new in the sign of Pisces. So we've got, this Gemini energy full of curiosity and new ideas and wants to communicate and network and connect with other people and share thoughts. maybe teach, maybe learn. But it's challenging Saturn, and Saturn rules restriction and limitation and insecurity, and sometimes the feeling of being held back. Saturn rules karmic wounds, but it's in Pisces right now. So these karmic wounds are, again, connected to past life, connected to our spirituality or spiritual philosophy, how we're feeling. Now, these two planets are in mutable signs. It's interesting because Mars being in Leo and Jupiter being in Taurus at the beginning of the week, both fixed, stubborn signs. Venus in Cancer and Chiron in Aries in the middle of the week on Wednesday, they're both in cardinal signs, which are initiating signs. And then the Sun in Gemini, and that's squaring or challenging Saturn in Pisces. Gemini and Pisces are mutable signs. And so it's interesting how we've got all of the qualities focused on in this week. But that Sun square Saturn, again, if Saturn's our self-identity and our courage and confidence, we might feel a little insecure. Saturn's bringing in some insecurities, lack of confidence, maybe some lack of boundaries, or having a hard time keeping our boundaries because it's in Pisces, which sometimes does have a kind of a lack of boundary sort of effect. So we might be having some karmic challenges in regards to that as well, especially in communication matters since the Sun is in Gemini. So that's what's happening astrologically this week. Let's take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. So the first card came out as two cards here. The first of those two cards, turn that over, we got the Ace of Earth. This is like the Ace of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So hey, this is a great card. The Ace is initiation, a new beginning in the realm of Earth or Pentacles, which is all those tangible things in our life, like money and finances, career and job, possessions that we're acquiring, or projects that we're working on, just those tangible areas of life. And this again is a positive card. We'll see what came out with it. But it says at the bottom, the inflow of abundance, which again, Jupiter, planet of expansion and blessings, just moved into Taurus. So this really resonates to that Jupiter moving into Taurus, which officially was last week. It says the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture. I like that. Important documents or contracts. All right, so yeah, Mars in Leo on Monday can give us that impetus to move forward with some new project, creative project, or something where we're taking the lead, or putting forth our leadership energy. But then it's that square to Jupiter. So this could be, again, benefits and blessings, but maybe through some sort of challenging energy that we have to push through. And maybe that challenging energy is just within ourselves and our perceptions, because Jupiter rules this kind of higher perception or higher perspective that we have about things. So let's see what came out with this card. Okay, we got another Earth card. It's the Queen of Earth. This is like the Queen of Pentacles. Again, this is a pretty good card. This is, a feminine energy that's on point, business oriented. She knows what she needs to do. She gets it done. She doesn't waver in it. This is, that very practical, grounded Earth energy. At the top, it says thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. That creative word sticks out to me because, again, Mars is now in creative Leo. At the bottom, it says, make time for those around you. That might be part of the overwhelm where we're trying to do too many things at once, like we're trying to work on business or business projects or something regarding our finances, but maybe our home or family or relationship or our own health or, sense of well-being is pulling at us and tugging at us. So we have to make time for those other activities in our life, make time for the people in our life. They might need your attention. And then it says, take a sensible approach, right? She's practical, sensible, and grounded. And then it says, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So there's the possibility of the challenge. There may be, again, with this combination, this positive new beginning, something that wants to initiate or expand or create some sort of prosperity or blessings in our life. But this is saying, okay, well, also pay attention to the people in your life, while at the same time you're trying to pay attention to the practical side of life, or again, those projects, career, job, money, finances, and be understanding, right? If something pulls you away, someone, or just your own, again, sense of health, well-being, and balance, if you get pulled in a different direction, it's okay. Just stay grounded in your sense of self. Stay grounded in that loving, nurturing, divine feminine energy of the queen, right? The queen is divine feminine, loving, nurturing, intuitive, but in this earth energy, she's also practical and grounded and needs to take care of business at the same time. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. Next card, okay, this one is the Three of Air. The Three of Air is like the Three of Swords. So that really, to me, resonates with that Venus in Cancer, challenging Chiron, bringing up wounds of home, family, self-identity. It says at the bottom, great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. So there might be something happening, especially around midweek, to where, again, these wounds come up. We either, old wounds from the past, from childhood, memories, maybe even past lives, these wounds are kind of coming up, these perceptions, these thoughts, these emotions, where we need to heal. Conversely, there might be something in the present moment with, again, home, family, friends, even possibly people you work with, where, again, it's touching off some old wounds that you have. And maybe theirs is being touched off as well. So we're needing to kind of take this time. And the number 3, to me, in numerology is about growth and expansion. So take some time as far as your soul growth and soul healing. Expand into that soul growth and soul healing at this time. And this does have a mother, father, and baby kind of unicorn going on here. So it definitely might be related to home, family, or ancestry, memories of the past in some way, shape, or form. And then the last card here. Okay, the last card is another air. So it's the 7 of Air. The 7 numerologically can be about going within, needing to do kind of some meditation, self-reflection, going within, trying to understand things, picking things apart, understanding or looking at the details of something. And of course, air is sword, so it's of the mind. So again, the mental realm might be a little challenged here. Challenging thoughts, challenging perceptions, challenging communications. But most likely, because the 7 is very internal, a lot of this again is, how is this relating to your inner way of looking at something, your inner perspective, your inner perception of something. So the message at the bottom here says plans that need revision. So there might be some plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. Well, we do have 3 aspects this week astrologically. They're all square aspects, which are challenging aspects. So maybe it is poor timing to try to initiate that conversation, initiate that new project, whatever it might be in your life. I don't want to say poor timing, because I think any timing is the best timing, right? But it just might be that, again, we're challenged and we need to kind of move through something that may take a few days before we're in a better sense of timing as far as moving forward with confidence and courage and vitality and energy and joy and optimism and just that overall feeling of abundance and prosperity. So just kind of move through whatever there is a need to move through, right? Sometimes the number 7 numerologically can be about anxiety, inner confusion, doubts, inner fears. And so some of that might be going on a mental level as well. So it's not terribly bad, and this, it does show some challenges possibly throughout the week, but nothing that we can't move through. It feels like a lot of healing on the mental level of how we think and perceive, and then in turn how we communicate based on how we're thinking and perceiving, how we're communicating with other people as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at your special message for the week, depending on your stone of choice. So that first stone of choice was the dark green jade. Dark green jade, people. Let's give this a little shuffle. Special message for dark green jade. Okay, this one actually is calling my attention here. And it says heightened intuition with moonstone. Okay, so your intuition is heightened, and maybe your sensitivity, emotional sensitivity as well. Moonstone, you might be also wanting to look at these moon phases, right? We just had a new moon in Taurus last week. Next week, we'll be having a full moon in Sagittarius. So there might be something that you want to pay attention to, where that new moon and where's that full moon landing in your chart, or just, the moon moving through the signs of the zodiac. You might be especially sensitive to whatever energies they are in during this time. And it says, be extra aware of your inner knowingness. So we're back to that inner perception and inner perspective. So be extra aware of what you're thinking, feeling, experiencing, perceiving on an inner level, because it says it's trustworthy. So really tune in to what you're feeling, sensing, perceiving, because you should trust whatever it is you're getting. Okay, you need to trust that those are these intuitive insights that you're receiving at this time. Okay, this person's kind of crown chakra is kind of lit up here. So there's this claircognizance ability of just knowing something. You might have this knowing coupled with this feeling, which is clairsentience, that's going on for you right now. So definitely listen to those gut feelings and intuitions that are coming in. Okay, all right, put that back in the deck. And the next stone is the ruby zoisite. Special message for ruby zoisite, people. This one's calling my attention right here. This one is lapis lazuli, one of my favorite stones. Lapis lazuli, life-changing epiphany or experience. And it says it's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. So, lapis lazuli is that very deep, dark blue stone, relates to the third eye. So now we're talking about clairvoyance and inner vision, right? Paying attention to what you're seeing, or again, perceiving with that third eye vision. This is where, again, it says life-changing epiphanies or experiences. So you might have just gone through something, or maybe it's this week or coming up very shortly, where you're going to go through something very life-changing. And it might just be like this aha moment, right? An epiphany is more something like this aha moment, something that happens internally. But it also says experience, so it could be something that's manifested in the external, a situation, a circumstance, something that's happening in real time here. So either within or outside of you, there's something life-changing here that's happening. And pay attention to your vision, your inner vision about it all. Pay attention to the signs that the universe is giving you through, animal totems, or reading something, seeing something on a billboard or a license plate, right? Just because clairvoyance is inner seeing doesn't mean you can't then physically see something with your own two eyes that relates to a message that spirit is trying to give you. So pay attention. There's a sword here too. It almost looks like the Excalibur sword, right? So you can see like Excalibur, it's kind of mounted in this lapis lazuli. If we pull that sword out, that Excalibur sword of magical power, pull it out of the third eye, so all of a sudden, whoosh, you get this incoming of revelations that are coming in with that third eye chakra. All right, and then for those of you that chose the Kambaba Jasper special message. Kambaba Jasper special message. This one's calling my attention. This one's yellow jasper. So we've got a jasper for a jasper, but Kambaba Jasper is green, and this card is yellow jasper, but it says control issues. So we're going with our solar plexus chakra energy right now, right? And Mars and Leo can be quite solar plexus chakra oriented. And it says, utilize your God-given strength and power. Use your God-given strength and power. Utilize it instead of fearing that others may try to control you. So this is about owning your personal power, taking your power back, owning your power, being empowered, right? Solar plexus chakra, yellow jasper. So the solar plexus, confidence, courage, leadership ability, take charge abilities, make it happen, abilities. This is where you're focusing healing or utilizing that strength and personal power in order to move forward in some way, shape, or form in your life. So be careful with any kind of power and control issues. Be careful with trying to overpower someone else and get them to kind of see your way to things. Let other people make their own decisions, but you be confident and self-assured in your decisions and what you need to do and how you need to do it. So yeah, just let that healthy kind of yellow, golden yellow light energy flow in that solar plexus. All right, everybody. All right, thank you so much for tuning in this week, sending you lots of love and light. When we're getting towards next week, we're going to have a new month, the month of June. So pretty soon we'll be having a new Empowered Moments video for the month of June. So watch out for that within about a week or so as well. Thank you to everyone who comments and checks my Facebook posts or goes onto my website, checking out my services or subscribing to my newsletter or whatever it is that you might be doing. I really appreciate your love and support and your kindness and your comments. So sending you all lots of love and light and many, many abundant blessings. Namaste.